Good morning. Guess who did their hair? I did, and there's a reason why. Because I actually had time, and there's another reason why. We'll talk about it in the car, but let me show you the outfit of the day. This is giving me like schoolgirl vibes. And it looks a little bit different, but like I'm into it. Like I'm into different. So let me show you what it looks like. So here we have it. I am wearing I'm wearing everything actually. If you watch the vlog where I select my clothes for the week. So I'm wearing these white booties and I'm wearing some shorts under because you know big thigh problems, so you can't even notice that. And then I am wearing a belt, and I did like you can kind of see it right here, but I did go ahead and like twist in the skirt because it was a little too long. I kind of want to show just a tiny bit of skin, you see? And then I ended up putting a black long sleeve underneath here, and then I put my bralette underneath, and then that way I went ahead and tugged in the shirt because without it being tugged in, it has this this thing on it as well. And I didn't want that to show, so I went ahead and tugged it in, and then I took some of it out, so that way it looks like this right now. And yeah, so this is the outfit of the day. I'm very comfy and warm at the same time. So let's go to work. Hello. Well, I was having a hard time getting up this morning because of my anxiety. But tell me why 7ish in the morning I just hear a helicopter and it's saying something, and I couldn't really register what it was saying at first. But basically it said, lock your doors, lock your windows. So basically in my neighborhood we were in a lockdown. I got up real freaking quick when my heart was racing, and I made sure that all of our doors were closed and my windows. And I went, because my dad's room there's a door to like go outside to the backyard. I went to go lock it to make sure it was locked, and then I look out and I see that the garage door, like they usually always leave the garage door open, like not open like this, but like unlocked. That's what I meant. They always leave it unlocked, so I was a little bit worried because I just looked at it and I was like, he better not be in there. Whoever they're grabbing better not be in there. I'm not gonna go to the back and try to close that door. No, sir. No. I was freaking out. It took me forever to get ready just because I was like nervous, and I was trying to be quiet just in case that I hear any action of like a door trying to be open or anything like that. You know, like I'm paranoid. Like I take these things seriously and I get so scared. So that happened. So then I texted my coworkers and I was like, look, I'm in a lockdown. I know it's still early, but I don't know how long this is gonna be for, so I'll let you know when I'm on the road. I texted my boss as well. And yeah, I did my hair, that's why, because I was just I had nothing else to do. So I did my hair, and then before leaving, everything, I don't even know what time it kind of ended because I finished getting ready and then I didn't hear the helicopters anymore. I didn't see any cops anywhere anymore. So I was like, okay, we must be Gucci. So then I went ahead and decided to turn on my car, put my stuff in, and then I was making myself some matcha. And then guess what? I realized that the oat milk, why do I keep saying oatmeal? The oat milk that I had was not going to be enough for the matcha. And we have another fridge in the garage that has my, stock, you can say. And I needed to go to the back if I wanted to do my matcha. By then, like I said, the cops were already gone and everything, so everything should be under control. But I was a little scared. So I grabbed Ronaldo and I was like, hey, let's go to the back. I was like, I have to face my fears, right? So I went to the back and I acted like I was a cop. I was like inspecting the whole room, but there was nobody in there. And I was like, thank God, because that would be so freaking scary. But I had texted my mom as soon as I heard the helicopters. I was like, never again. Make sure to always lock your freaking door. So she locked, from now on she'll lock it. But yeah, so I made myself my matcha. Here I am driving. Also, like, when I was gonna leave, I heard my brother singing, right? Because he's so random like that. And I was like, did you just wake up? He's like, yeah, why? And I was like, we were in a lockdown. He's like, what? So I told him everything and he just started cracking up. He's like, bro, I slept through the whole thing. I was like, damn, I hate like those feelings because it's like worry of like, is this person gonna come into my house and mess with me? I was already thinking of all these ways, like should I grab a knife? I was already ready with my phone. Everywhere I was going, I had my phone on me so I can dial 911. I was like, I'm ready to tell Alexa, call 911. I was ready. But thankfully nothing happened. I wanted to talk about, because I remember in one of the vlogs I talked a little bit about success, because I remember listening to the Emma Chamberlain podcast, and she was talking about success, right? Something I didn't mention there, well, I did mention the fact that like I've always been really hard on myself, and I end up being disappointed because I just have really high expectations for my life, for myself, right? Now, something you should know is in high school, I went to a very small high school. I would hang out with my friend Blanca, who actually does my nails. And I would hang out with her and this other girl named, I don't want to expose real names. Oh man, I just exposed Blanca's real name. Let's call this girl Betty. So I was hanging out with Blanca and Betty. That we were the three amigas. We were cool and everything. And what is high school? High school here is from 9th grade to 12th grade. So, sorry, I know that noise. Hold on, my mom is calling me because she's like probably freaking out. Hello? Espérate.
¿Cómo está todo?
Ya me fui, estoy manejando para el trabajo.
Pero ya se había quitado la policía.
Yeah.
So everything is fine.
Yeah, y fui a agarrar mi leche allá atrás y pues no había nadie.
Oh, okay. Love you. Be careful.
I love you too. See you later.
Bye.
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 So we were the three amigas, okay? And Blanca, her life turned literally 360. She had to leave our school, and then I ended up just hanging out with Betty. And Betty used to hang out with a group of friends, but I don't know really the issue, but there was like an issue that had happened, and that's why she didn't hang out with those group of friends anymore, so it was just me and her, right? But then after Blanca left, Betty decided to start hanging out with that group of friends. I was so insecure about myself, about my looks, my depression. Everything was so bad for me during high school time. And I didn't think that like the group of friends that she would hang out with were my friends. I had a very hard time growing up accepting people to be my friends because I just saw them as like colleagues, you know, like school people, like my school mates, whatever. I didn't see them as friends because to me friends was like we would hang out outside of school, you know, you would text me, we would have a conversation, things like that. To me, that's what friends do. We don't just talk at, you know, school, you know what I'm saying? So Betty started hanging out with those group of people, and I just didn't really vibe with them. I just felt like I didn't belong in that group. And there'd be times, for example, that, you know, they would wait for each other to walk to the cafeteria, but they wouldn't wait for me, you know. So I just felt like I didn't belong. So during that time, why am I even telling you all this? Oh, I know where I'm going. So during this time, I was by myself for a while during lunchtime, and I cannot tell you how long this went for, but I would literally be on my own during lunch. Lunch would happen and I would wait, because after lunch we would always have homeroom, so I would wait by the door of my homeroom until lunch was over. Literally, that was how I spent a lot of the times, until my friend, and I'm gonna say her real name, Tatiana, until she got switched homeroom, so she started to have to come to my homeroom. So I remember her being like, oh, so like what do you do? And I was like, oh, like I'll show you. And I told her I just hang out here during lunch, and then I wait for the bell to ring, and you know, we start homeroom. She's like, no girl, we ain't doing that. So then I started hanging out with her and her friends, but I never accepted them as my friends. In my head, I could never accept any of them as my friends. The only person that I accepted as a friend was Tatiana, as like from, you know, school. She was the only one that I like really accepted as a friend, because we would talk all the time. And even like after high school, after we graduated, she was the one that I've always kept in contact with versus anyone else. Of course, we have each other on social media. I have some of those people that I went to school with on social media, but you know, we don't really talk, right? I was so into I was so into my head. So when I lived in Washington State, and I was gonna be going to Cancun one of the times, because there was, I think, twice. No, was it one time? No, yeah. So I was coming from Washington State because I was gonna be going to Cancun. But I still lived in Washington State. So I went. Wow, this story is getting crazy. I flew from Washington State to Los Angeles because I was gonna go to Cancun with my mom. This was a trip that was planned way ahead of time, and my friend Tatiana was like, hey, like, we're gonna have a like little get together at David Buster's, like, do you want to go? And it was gonna be like, you know, a couple of people that I went to high school with, but the people that were going, none of them I really considered like friends, you know. So I was a little bit nervous to go because I'm a little, you know, I have a little bit of social anxiety with people that even though I went to high school with them, I didn't know like what they were gonna ask me, what I was gonna answer, and all of that. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because when I was there, everybody was like, hey, how are you doing? Like, it looks like you're doing great. Like, look at you. You moved out of state. It looks beautiful, like, where you live. I see that you're doing your YouTube thing. Like, everybody saw me as, like, that I was doing great. While myself, I saw as, like, I'm not doing shit. Like, you know, it's crazy how other people can perceive your life versus how you feel about your own life, you know? So I wanted to bring that perspective out because I feel like sometimes we're so into our own heads that we don't realize all the stuff that we have accomplished and all. But it looks like my camera's overheating. I see the little temperature thing, so I'm gonna let you go, I guess. I need to get a new camera. It doesn't overheat, boo. But anyways, I am literally almost at work. Today's Saturday. It's gonna be busy. So we'll see if I get into any drama, and I'll tell you about it. But maybe on our drive back home, I can maybe talk a little bit about dating or something. I'll see what I'm in the mood for. This is what I mean by I'm very detailed in my emails. Like yesterday, I wasn't able to send out the email about the new items that we have from Kerastase, but like you see. So I'm very detailed. I want to give them all the information possible. So it has pictures, images. Duh, pictures and images are the same thing. But yeah, I'm gonna send this out. Sorry for the fact that you can't see me, but at the same time, it's not my fault. It's like Mother Nature, you know, because the sun goes down very early. It is currently 6:23 p.m. I am about 12 minutes away from home. I ended up leaving at 6 p.m. basically from work because, like I said, I did end up having to go in a little bit late. And I wanted to make my 40 hours, and I literally made 40 hours at the dot. No overtime, just 40 hours at the dot. So that is Gucci. I was thinking about like what I'm trying to do this weekend. Like obviously I just want to chill, but I definitely need a film for my main channel, and I'm trying to figure out because like I want to enjoy like obviously my days off, and like I want to enjoy the day. Like during the daytime, like when, you know, I wasn't working, I would spend so much time outside just taking in the sun and just enjoying the daylight because I know like that it goes away so fast, you know? So I'm trying to figure out how to operate my day tomorrow, but we won't get too much into it because that is mañana, si Dios lo permite. But I was listening again to Emma Chamberlain. That's been like my thing about like the podcast and stuff. Like this whole week I've listened to more podcasts than I have music. But this morning I did listen to music, but on my way home I was listening to a podcast. I just feel like it helps my mind kind of just listen to what that person is saying. During my lunch today at work, I actually like started, I had a very bad like anxiety attack at work where I was like a little busy. So then during lunch I decided to watch a video about like COVID anxiety and like it's a thing. Obviously I know it's a thing, but I was like watching a video and this guy was explaining things very nicely, and I just wish it was a thing that you can just take away, you know? But today, you know, I realized I saw, especially right now at this time, like I work in Beverly Hills, I saw a lot of people out and about. There was so much traffic, I saw so many people walking with their mask on. It was so nice to see them with their mask on. And it was also just nice to see people walking around. You know, I think people are excited because this is the first Saturday since, you know, things have been lifted. So like restaurants are open, things like that. I personally don't feel ready yet to like sit down at a restaurant and eat. But I know that I also have to face my fears. Like my good friends, they didn't come to work this week. They're gonna, well, one of my friends is gonna start next week, and my other friend's gonna start the week after that. But I don't know, like baby steps, okay? I don't want any pressure. It's just baby steps, okay? Little by little. I don't like to get overwhelmed or have any pressure or anything like that. But I was thinking about how I was remembering, so my parents, they're not legally divorced, but basically they're divorced. But in the state, you know, they're still married. Ooh-wee! Kind of slowed down. I needed to slow down because I was going fast and the furious here. Excuse me, sir. Alright. I was thinking about that because there was a time period where I was around 15. That was when I found out that my parents were thinking about getting a divorce. It was actually really hard for me. It's part of one of my traumas. And I remember, like, during that time, my mom would be like, ¿Y qué vas a hacer if your dad has a girlfriend? Like, what are you gonna do? My mom, I'm like my mom, because my mom is such an overthinker, and she has put that to me because of the way that she overthinks everything about me. So then it has me, like, I'm literally, it's like if my mom shit me out, like, because I'm literally just like her. I look like her, I talk like her, I think like her. We both have anxiety, we both have depression. Literally freaking, I am her daughter. She cannot lie. Growing up, she always used to tell people, oh, es adoptada, and they're like, well, you did a good job because she looks just like you. But my mom used to say things like, oh yeah, what are you gonna, like, what are you gonna do, like, you know, because my dad's actually, I don't even know how old my dad is, but I know he's around 50 something, maybe closer to 60. So he's still young though. He doesn't age in the sense of like his looks. I'm like, whoa, dude. And my dad's actually a pretty good looking guy. He's a handyman. He's a good guy. He's not that social. Even with his kids, it's been hard because it's like I want to get to know my dad, you know, before anything happens, before his day comes. Like I would like to know a little bit more. Wow, did I get a note in my throat right now? I think you can hear it. But anyways, she used to tell me like, no, like whoever he ends up with, nomás lo va a querer por dinero, like no, la 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 la, like all this stuff, right? She would put things into my head. And for a while I used to be like that toxica daughter, like like I need to know who he's talking to. Does he have a girlfriend? Like I didn't want him to have a girlfriend because I didn't want him to get used or anything like that. But now I'm just over here like, how selfish am I? Like at the end of the day, he has every single right to live his life. He has every single right to be in a relationship. He deserves to be loved and cared for. The same way that, like, you know, I haven't had that for 27 years. I've been single basically my whole fucking life because I've been so sheltered and so many other reasons that it's like, why would I want that on my dad? Like, he deserves that. He used to have that. He's experienced that. And then now for so many years, he hasn't had that. He deserves to be loved and cared for. So, I don't think, I don't know. But as of right now, I don't know. I don't think he has a girlfriend, but I would wish he would. I feel like he has every single right to be in a relationship the same way as my mom. But my mom is picky as hell. That is her story. That is her fault. But I wish nothing but the best for my parents. I know that it's hard to, you know, grow up having a family and then having your parents divorce. It can be hard, but I think it's always the best decision for them to, if they can't get along, if they're not happy, why stay? I know a lot of people decide to stay because, oh, por los niños, you know, the kids or whatever, but it's like, at the end of the day, your kids, they're gonna grow up, they're gonna leave the nest, and then what? You're gonna spend all these years together for your kid, and then eventually you're gonna get divorced. Or if you don't get divorced, like, just you need to think about you as a parent. You shouldn't just think all about the kids. You should think about yourself too, and what makes you happy. I see a lot of people sacrifice their happiness for their kids, and maybe I shouldn't talk too soon. Shit, maybe something like that's gonna happen to me when I have kids. But I feel like you have to find the right balance here. We live in a generation now where divorce is more acceptable, and it's sad because at the same time I feel like people get divorced for the stupidest shit. It's so easy to get a divorce now, but I feel like you shouldn't get a divorce until you actually have tried to make the relationship work. There's a reason why you guys were together in the beginning, and if it can't work out, then it can't work out, but at least you tried. You know, I actually posted on my Instagram like these 2 funny quotes, right? Let me see. I just deleted them. Never mind. I don't have them. But it was like, I said reasons why I'm single, and then it said like when you're online dating and then you realize you're gonna be single forever, because that's freaking me. When I used to be online dating, I used to look and be like, bro, I'm gonna be single forever porque no me gustaba ninguno. Okay? I was so picky. I got to the point where I was like, you know what, I need to stop being picky, and I would just swipe right to everybody and then ignore the people who would send me messages because I just wasn't interested. And then another one that says, nowadays you have to ask men, like, are you single? Are you not sleeping with your ex single? Are you not sleeping with your wife single? Like, all these single versions, right? So I posted that, right? And then this girl hit me up, and I don't know if you watch the vlogs or not, girl, but I'm just gonna say what I'm gonna say, okay? She messaged me saying something like, I'm over here getting a divorce and you're over here wanting to be in a relationship, like, good luck finding a decent man, ... good luck. I was just kind of like taken back a little bit by that response, because it's like, you know, obviously when you message someone, like if you send somebody a text, you don't know how they can interpret it, in the sense of like, I don't know in what tone you would have said it, like, you know, vocally, so I didn't know how to take that. But all I said was, I've been single for 27 years and I don't have an issue with trying to find a partner, especially if you have a good match. You know, like, it sucks that you're getting a divorce, but at the same time, it's like, if this is what you want, like, by all means. But it sounded like she wanted to get a divorce. Like, she was having a hard time getting a divorce. So by all means, like, if you're not happy, I'm glad that you're trying to, like, get out of that situation. But I just wanted to share that. Me and my best friend have talked about this. Like, I always said, okay, like, if I were to be in a relationship, would I keep it private or would I show it off? I don't know. I've never had to be put in a situation like that, you know? So, I don't know. Because the thing is, I feel like once you put it out there, you're going to have a lot of people's opinions, and la gente se te va a meter en tu vida y no tienen que meterse. So, I don't know. I really wanted to talk about the situationship that I got myself into that really fucked me up, but this would be a long ass video, and I kind of want to save that for like a podcast episode that we can talk about it. And I kind of want to wait until my best friend is here, because I feel like this is the kind of like, she would be just a perfect person to talk about this with, because of her experiences and because of the kind of questions that she would have would be just ideal. Talking about that, I wanted to know, like, originally, how long should like a podcast be? I'm thinking it should be between 30 to an hour, because personally for me, when I listen to podcasts, it's like when I'm driving to work, and like my job is pretty far, so I like to listen to podcasts and then being between, you know, 45 minutes, to be honest with you, to an hour, because that's approximately how long it takes me to go to work. So I don't know. Let me know. Because I just don't know. I was planning to start cleaning today, but I remember my brother wanted me to make the croissants. Remember? I had made some croissants from that muffin guy. I don't know his name. Bean Bom. Whatever the hell his name is. Bean Bom. That's not even. Busco novia tóxica que ponga lonche. This guy's truck. Should I pull over my window and be like, hello? It's me. I heard that you're looking for a tóxica que te ponga lonche. He left already. There you go. That was my chance. I don't think... No, yo no soy tóxica. Pero si te puedo hacer lonches. That's still acceptable. Do you accept that, sir? They should put like an email, like to apply. I should do that, huh? Do you think I would get somebody? Somebody would just fuck with me, huh? I should put a QR code. I should put a little label that says Busco novio que tenga dinero. And then like a QR code so people can scan and they can just email me like that. Oh my god, no. I am not a gold digger. I was just effing kidding about that. I was just kidding about that. Pero mi mamá siempre le dice a mi hermano que tienes que trabajar porque las bitches no comen aire. And that's true though. It's facts though. ¿Para qué quieres un vato que nomás esté ahí echado y no esté haciendo nada de pinche huevón? No, 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 no. Either sabes hacer las cosas, either you're a handyman or you got money to get somebody to get shit done. Period. 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 Okay, I need to stop. I don't know. You see, ya me aceleré. Ya me aceleré. Pero, pues, ¿para qué ando diciendo algo si nunca, pues, no, nomás no me caen? Nomás no me caen. I always thought, you know what, I think I just intimidate men in reality. I just think I intimidate them. I feel like they realize that I am not the one to just F with. So they get intimidated. They're like, esta no es para andar jugando. Esta sí es para ser una wife. And then they're not ready for commitment. Bitch, I'm gonna be fucking 50 and getting married. I'm gonna be 50 and getting fucking married. I'm 27 right now and haven't been in a serious relationship. What kind of shit is this? And then this pandemic is not doing it any better. It's making it even more impossible. Okay, ya llegué a la casa. Ahorita los miro allá adentro. Gracias por estar conmigo. Thank you for carpooling. Ooh, are these gonna be the vlogs now? I just came up with it. Carpooling with Ashlee. That's gonna be a thing, huh? I think you can tell by my voice and by my face and by my eyes that it's been a pretty rough night. First of all, got pretty distracted and I'm talking low because people are asleep and I just don't want people to hear me, like my neighbors or my brother next door. But I got home and I was watching, I think it's called Bridgerton or something like that. It's on Netflix. It's a new show. It kept coming up on my For You page on TikTok, so I gave in and oh my god, I got addicted. I'm literally on episode 5 or 6 and there's only 8. So I binge watched a lot tonight, but it's so good. I recommend it. But while I was watching that, my mind just went off. And I had to let it out. And you know when you cry so much that then your head hurts? Like my head right now is pounding. And that's why I don't want to go into detail because I already, I'm trying to stop crying. But I just haven't stopped crying since I got home. But I do have my sleeping tea right over here. So I already took my melatonin pill. But you know what? You know when you cry so much, you're just sleepy. So I'm gonna get knocked out. But I also have my tea. But, yeah. I wasn't gonna vlog right now, you can say. But I wanted to end the video here. I'm obviously not gonna upload it tonight. When you're watching this, it'll be the next day. But you have good days, you have bad days, and it wasn't a bad day. It's just my thoughts just have been so bad. I guess we'll have to wait and see when I see my therapist on Monday. But then I get so upset that when I see her, I'm fine. That's why I'm doing these vlogs too. So when I look at it, I can analyze things. I feel like I'm talking like if I were drunk, But it's like I want to talk about it with you guys, but I don't because I just don't want to cry anymore. At least not today. but I know I'm going to sleep real good. But anyways, I hope you guys are having a beautiful day or a beautiful night whenever you're watching this. And just know that it's okay to not be okay. Should that be my podcast name instead? It's okay to not be okay. I've learned that I just need to let it out. Like, I still do silent cries, and that kills me. But it's still better than to, like, ignore it, you know? You have to be able to feel your feelings. But, yeah. Anyways, I will see you mañana, and I hope that we have a beautiful day. Bye. Wow, I am looking rough. That is because I literally, like, just woke up. Like, Alexa, what time is it?
It's 1:54 p.m.
There you go. Like I said, yesterday hit me with a ton of bricks last night, and I just didn't want to get up this morning. I got up because Ronaldo got up because he wanted me to take him out to pee, so I did that. I left his plate of food in my room. He didn't eat until just recently, and I just wanted to chill. And right now, like, I'm debating because I want to wash my hair because it's time, but at the same time, I don't want to wash until maybe tomorrow because I go back to work Tuesday to Saturday. So I'm thinking, like, wise, because I only wash my hair like 2 to 3 times max. So I was thinking maybe I should just hold off and wash it tomorrow. But then I'm trying to at least get one video that I can film for my main channel today. The goal was to do 2. But then, I don't feel like wearing a wig. I'm just too lazy for that. So I have to, like, figure out, like, a hairstyle maybe or so. But I'm feeling like just blah. Like, lazy, just blah. So right now I'm just going to chill in my bed for a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and make myself some pot stickers. And then I'm going to get started because remember, I have to finish cleaning my room. Right now, it's a disgrace. Not too bad. I mean, that stuff goes, like, on top of my bed. And then I have my towels. But it's the closet that we have to get situated because we have my stuff in the living room. So, yeah. And then I would like to walk Ronaldo before the sun goes down. And then if I film, I would like to film, like, not too late. So, like, while I clean, maybe I'll finish watching what's it called? I think I'll put something else in the background because this show that I'm watching, it's like I want to actually have my full attention on it. So, but I am feeling a little bit better because I'm not really thinking about the thoughts right now. I'm just kind of like, okay, like, I cried it out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still a little bit off, if that makes sense. I have to edit the vlog. I have to do that so I can upload it. I was so into the freaking show yesterday. I just didn't want to, like, do the whole vlog thing. And then I was crying too, so it was just too much for me to do. But aquí está el Ronaldo. El Ronaldo guapito. Why are you so cute? Okay, I'm gonna let you go now. I literally didn't want to do anything at all. I'm now watching the show that I was telling you guys about. I'm probably gonna finish it because I think I only have 2 or 3 more episodes, so